All right, what is going on? Did the intro a little different with a little bit of work going on getting this roof sprayed. Looks pretty good. Let's take a look at it. It was a battle, but it turned out fairly nice. Like I said, it's just going to be a good paint job. It ain't like you're going to go out win World of Wheels or nothing like that, but it'll look good. It'll have a good factory look to it. And now we get to focus on the rest of it, but it ain't gonna be today. I'm tired. That roof was enough. I started early this morning. I don't know how many coats of color I put on it, but it wasn't covering for nothing. And that silver is probably one of the hardest silvers to spray because it's so fine and light, and you can get modeling and tiger stripes real easy. And then you got anywhere it had primer breakthrough spots where you can see the black primer underneath. I was having a hard time getting that to cover, so you want to make sure all that's covered. But turned out nice. Now I just gotta make the rest of the Suburban look that way. And I also went against my rule on leaving the old tape and everything on there. You can see how dusty the windows are. All that dust gets up under that tape. But I kind of wanted to save on some materials, so I didn't want to keep, retaping and just going through tape. This thing's so big, so it's gonna pretty much do it for me today. I'm gonna pull cars back in. I'm gonna go home, sit on my butt because I'm lazy and fat, and we're gonna hit it hard tomorrow. Get a game plan together, get these doors figured out. I like to try to go ahead and probably get the sides as far as I can. Hopefully it ain't gotta be stripped all the way. I'm hoping. Oh my God. This will give us plenty of time to dry up and cure. So until tomorrow. Okay, this next day, I want to open the doors because it's nice and sunny outside, but the wind is just blowing 400 mile an hour. I'm waiting on it to tear down my tarp wall. I've been here for a little bit, just kind of picking at the back of this thing and seeing how far down this paint's going to be stripped. A lot more than I wanted it to be. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. I got this down as far as it'll go with the razor blade. I hope it don't go no further. Hopefully it feathers out. That's as far down as I can get this with a razor blade. Everything else seems to be stuck pretty good. I got this scraped as far as it'll go. We'll see how that acts once I hit it with a sander. All this got me kind of worried. It's as far as it'll go with a razor blade, but we'll see. Yeah. Then we get to deal with the doors, but I want to focus on the back of this thing, get the next big part of this thing done. We gotta weld up some holes back here. And there's a dent right there. You can kind of see it. And these things are always wavy up under the windows. And they're always on the driver's side. I don't know, the passenger side ain't that way. So let's get on it. See what it's going to take to at least get this side somewhat closer to getting some prime on it. See how far I can get today. Okay, I think it's going to be okay. This air compressor is going to probably run this whole entire clip, so I'm sorry. I blew it off. Try to get that paint to let loose. And then scraped it with a scraper. It won't go no further than that. So I hit this part with a sander. It's actually feathering out pretty nice. I'm gonna probably carry it down a little bit further. So I think we're gonna be okay. You can see where I was blowing the stripe off of it. The stripe just kind of blowing off. So I'm hoping, I was hoping I could use my eraser wheel to get the stripe off, but I think I'm gonna have to get kind of aggressive with it with a DA, get it sanded off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna 80 grit this entire panel up to the body line, and we're gonna wipe this section. Basically just glaze over it with some filler to about where it starts to curve. It'll take care of the little dent we got and a little bit of this waving, and I'm gonna air file it down. I'm not gonna record it because it's boring, a lot of noise, and this whole video would just be nothing but music for the time lapse, and I know that probably gets kind of boring to watch also, but I gotta record where I can, explain what I'm doing when I can. Yay, this is awesome. Can't get lucky enough. I thought we were gonna get lucky and the rest of this paint be good enough to work with, but it's not. So, wonderful. Well, I don't even know what to say. Get off of there. Just what I was wanting. Wonderful. Great. Grand. Awesome. I love it. It's just wonderful. Love it. Come on, stripe. Exactly what I was hoping. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the day hogging this down with a DA, listening to air compressor run. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. Tailgate. Still got a long way to go. Sorry about that compressor. It's going to run. I got this pretty much all the way stripped except for the very bottom. This is the original primer. It sands good. I think it's going to be fine. It ain't what's scraping off. It's the actual base coat and clear coat that's coming off. So I'm going to try to leave as much as that as I possibly can. We're just going to high build over top of that. So the goal tomorrow will be to finish getting this tailgate strip, get the holes welded up. I'm hoping possibly get this side the same as that side and tape it off, get some primer shot on it, and move forward. That is the goal. I was kind of wanting to go ahead and get that wiped, but I decided to just keep going, trying to get all this paint off of it best I can, and I got some body work to do there. Trying to just prime all, get all this, as much prime up the primer as I can. Then we can move on to the doors and front fenders. I don't like it. At least it's a Suburban. Could have been smaller, like a Miata. So, all right, until tomorrow, I'll get back on it. I ain't been doing a lot of recording because it's just a lot of sanding, compressor running. There's just nothing to really record other than to update what we got going on. So, hope y'all are enjoying it. And if you're still watching, I appreciate it. All right, it's been a day or better. I worked yesterday, but I didn't record because I was just stripping the ass of this Suburban. But we are up to another member on the BAM Nation membership, and so we got to put him up on the mirror. We got Stanley Ellington -N3H, whatever that stands for. That's what's the name, so that's what we're gonna put on the mirror. So Stanley Ellington, I appreciate it. Memberships are only 99¢. Give you early access to the videos if I can get them up in time. As soon as we get enough members, we'll probably start doing a little bit more. We're growing it. I appreciate everybody that's becoming a member. I appreciate all the subscribers, all the new subscribers, old subscribers. People are thinking about subscribing. That's awesome too. There's 70% of you not subscribed. That's a lot. So just subscribe if you want to subscribe. It's free. And if you want to be a member to kind of help out, by all means, it's 99¢. 99¢ a month. I do appreciate it. So now let's get back on this behemoth of a project and see if we can get it knocked out. All right, what we got going on is I wiped it again. I'd already wiped it and I already hit it with air file. Kind of took care of a couple little dings here and there. We got them holes welded and filled. Started some body work here. There was a pretty bad dent right here. Still got to address this rust right here. Need to put some treatment on it. But all this is got all this stripped yesterday. My goal today, I hope, we're getting into some good weather. So I'm hoping I can get the back of this thing in prime today. That would be awesome. That way we can start moving into the doors and front fenders. Probably get all that done at once. I need to pull this cowling and I still got to pull the front bumper. But I'm waiting to get to this point. I'm going to get the back of this thing in prime. Once it's in prime, then we got a clean surface. We can start our prep and get this thing painted. Get it gone. So, waiting on this body filler to dry. Still a little chilly this morning. It's dry right here where the sun's at, but she's still soft right there. So I got to let her dry up real good. Hit it with air file again. And then hopefully that's going to be it. I hope. Okay, I got this air file back down. I'd kind of show you how all these high spots. This is the second wipe too, but it feels a lot better. There's a real low spot here. That's kind of where the majority of the wave was in it, and there was a dent somewhere in here, but I think I got that pretty much taken care of. Feels really good. little bit more work to do right in here. But I'll just probably glaze this. And I went ahead and sanded all these down. All that'll prime out nice. Got a little bit more filler work to do right here. This was a hard thing to mess with. It's like something got in behind there when they opened the tailgate, and it wrinkled it, and then they tried to straighten it back out, and wasn't a very good repair. So I'm gonna do the best I can with it right here. It's kind of a hard thing to deal with. I'll make it look a little better. Yeah, I still got a little bit of glaze work to do right here. This dent right here was kind of deep. Well, not real deep. It's a big area, you know. Some shallow, big dent kind of thing. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good down through here. I am not trying to make it perfect. I'm just trying to make it look a little better than what it was. This side is pretty nice. It may have like a little slight wave in it, but it ain't nowhere near as bad as the driver's side was. And I remember my Suburban being the same way. The driver's side was just really ripply, and the passenger side looked great. So I ended up having to do the same thing on my Suburban when I had it. So I'm gonna mix up some more filler or some glaze some spots. I actually might have to put some filler on the tailgate, the lower portion, and we'll work that in. And I think that's going to get us, and we can double check over it, get it blown off, taped up, see if we can't get some primer on it today. That'd be great. All right, I think we got her. Now we just gotta tape it up and get some primer on this part, and I'll do it for the day. Hopefully. Blow it off real good. It's all feeling pretty good. So now I get to do my favorite part and tape up. Luckily this ain't peeling, thank God. Tired. Feels good. So we're gonna tape it up, we're gonna get it done, get some primer on this thing. Move on to the next part. Okay, we got her all taped up, about to mix up some primer. Got this cup that was used for clear coat. Blow them out and blow all the clear coat out of them. Good as clean, good as new, good as whatever you want to call it. Try not to use a new cup if you can. Ugh, I can't talk today. Ugh, I'm ready to be done. So I'm gonna get this primer mixed up and get some on the truck. I'm ready to be done for today. It's been a long day. So shake this up. Try to go for about 3 coats. Probably 4 on the bodywork sections. I'm gonna spray them first. Put a little bit of slow reducer in that. Try not to get no cat tonguing going on. Get on there. All right, let's get this stirred up and get the spraying. paint with, okay? So I do it because I'm an idiot, and you shouldn't do that. We're gonna take some flat black and kind of mist over this real quick. I want the sides of this thing to look pretty good. Like, so we're not after like World of Wheels crap. I just want it to look as good as we can make it look. So, especially around the bodywork areas. I'm gonna spray this on now. Really want to kind of focus on the tailgate. This tailgate, for some reason, it don't matter what it's on, it seems like they get the most abuse. So definitely want to, and we welded on it and all that good stuff. So like I said before in my other videos, when you do this, it's best to use like a flat spray can, not a glossy. This glossy just seems to kind of clog up your sandpaper, things like that. So I always use a flat, because usually your real guide coat that you use is a powder, or you can buy it in a spray can as well, and it's basically just a flat. Or if you got it and need to waste it, and you got some dark base coat like dark blue or black or purple, green, red, you could use that as well. But I don't like using base coat because usually I got something stupid I want to paint, and I usually use all my scraps for my personal projects. So I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna pull this tape off the roof because I don't like having tape on the roof for so long. Tape tends to kind of cure itself on whatever surface you put it on, so I really don't like leaving it on there very long. And I do not want to be repainting this roof. There for a while there, I was thinking my channel is going to be renamed Willie Redo. And it's still a possibility something could happen and we'd be redoing the damn thing. I hope not, but never say never, I guess. Well, all right, I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. We'll see if we can't get the doors. The doors are pretty straight, other than a couple little dings. There's, if you look just right, you'll see like a couple little dings here and there, so we'll probably address them. Try to get the doors up to this point. If I'm feeling froggy enough and everything is going good enough, we'll go ahead and get the front fenders done too, and hopefully start prepping this thing for some color. All right, it is next day. I've been here kind of picking at this thing, and I did attempt to pull one door handle out, and I immediately abandoned that idea because that was just going to be more headache than it was worth. I don't remember these being such a pain, but I don't know. If these are a pain, I'm not dealing with it. So we're just going to do the best we can, get around them. I've been sanding this door. It peeled. It was peeling pretty hard right here through here, but it's sanding different here. It's sanding about like the bottom was, as I started stripping it down, and it just got to where it was feeling good and looking a lot better. And I can't get, like, I've tried to take my pocket knife and trying to scrape it off to get it started, and it will not. A little bit right there. I may just keep taking it down. I don't know. I mean, I did that over there, and it just came off like super easy. Razor blade can't even get up under there, so I gotta really force it. don't know. It's a lot of work to strip this. The gray is going to probably come off fairly easy because it wasn't sprayed over top of. The silver has been resprayed, and parts of it on the roof didn't want to come off, and it feathered out good. So I'm kind of at a what would you do kind of circumstance. I don't think it would come back, honestly. I mean, I've done these before, like on 90 model Chevrolets, where paint was peeling, even other kinds of cars. The paint wasn't peeling this excessive, but you was able to feather it out, prime it, and repaint it, and send it on down the road, and everything was good. I feel pretty confident that I could do that on these doors and front fenders. The hood, if you watched the last video, had some serious issues going on. Most of the clear coat was gone, and so once that happens and your clear coat's gone, your base coat's going to let moisture and everything through to the metal surface. So that's not good, and that's when you start getting all the little rust, white rust, and you start getting problems. So I'm debating. I think I'm gonna get my buddy over here. We used to paint together and work together, and I'm gonna get his opinion because I value his opinion. I'm gonna see what he says. If he says he would do it, I mean, I can't get this stuff to peel no more than what it is. I hope the other side's gonna be the same. I hope these front fenders are gonna do the same. This fender here looks pretty rough. See all the white rust? This door was pretty rough. I was picking at it yesterday trying to get it to let loose right there. It wouldn't let loose. I can't get the paint loose here on these filler pieces right here. It will not come loose, if at all, very little. So another thing is going to be on how this thing's taken care of. I don't care what you put on it. You can put the best of the best of the best on it. If it ain't going to get taken care of, it's not going to live. So I'm putting good products on this, PPG products. That's not the greatest line of PPG, but it's good. So I feel 95% confident that I could feather this out, reprime these sides and doors, and it'd be completely fine. I mean, most of your sun is going to be on the roof, tops of the doors, on a normal setting, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Paint won't let loose right there where the mirror was sitting, so I'm just going to sand around door handles best I can. Yeah, it was weird how the door handle had a clip, take the clip off, but you still couldn't finagle it off the thumb piece. Like it was like a big nail head, and the slot is like you had to take it loose from the actual striker piece that you can't get to hardly without taking the striker out, and I ain't going through all that. So it was already a pain in the butt. Door panels are probably never been off this truck, and I don't like being the one to damn break tabs and disturb it and all that. So I'm gonna wait for my buddy to come back and see if he'll come check it out. I'm gonna keep sanding. Let's see what we come up with. I think I'm gonna prime, just get it sanded as far as I feel comfortable, and prime it. We get the rest of the side molding off. Yeah. All right, been a little bit. I went ahead and just stripped the doors best I could. Everything else seems to be good. This front fender, I got it sanded out really nice. It ain't got all the, it doesn't have all the white rust and stuff in it like the hood had. Got around the windows. The only thing a little more I got to do on this side is get the adhesive off where the trim was. And this side is ready to be taped up and primed. Then I get to do this side. Wonderful. Yay. Hooray. The goal is to get this thing in prime today. And I'll probably end up doing it on this video. We're running out of time, and it's gonna have to just be a threefer instead of a twofer. Whew. Tired. Glad this fender sanded out good though. That's what you want to see. You want to see good feather edge. Oh, that feels good. I just was kind of on the fence about these doors. I took my big DA to it and it just started ripping that paint off of there, so I was like, yeah, I'm glad I went ahead and did that. I guess from the factory, the cabs had different prep than the front fenders and hood, and I see that on a lot of vehicles, like even when they're faded and what they call patinaed and all that. The fenders and hood always age different from the cab of the car or vehicle. They always fade out different. So we'll keep moving forward. I ain't doing a whole lot of video because it's just a bunch of hogging down paint and getting this thing ready to prime. It ain't really a whole lot of spectacular going on. I'll probably try to do a little bit more videoing on this side. Well, I ain't gonna get it in primer today. I'm tired. I got it stripped as I'm gonna get it. This fender sanded out just like the other one. I'm wore out. I'm tired. I'll show you what we got going on here. Oh, that sanded out real nice. We got the door as stripped as they're gonna get. I'm done. I'm just gonna tape off the stripe line like we did back here. And I'm gonna tape it up in the morning and get some primer on it finally. Ain't gonna happen now. I'm beat. It's a lot of work. I wish I could have recorded some more, but like I said, it is just nothing but sanding and noise, and it just doesn't make for a good video to me. Got a little bit of sanding to do right there. But I'm tired, I'll tell you. All right, well, we'll get started on it again tomorrow. Finally get it in prime. And keep moving forward from there. That'll pretty much do it for this video. After we get it primed in, I'll be out of time on this video. Man, it's a lot of daggone work. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Hot coffee. New day. Started getting this thing trimmed out in some tape. Yeah, the fun part. Love it. I don't like taping on a fresh painted surface. I just don't. So there's no way around it. So what we're going to do, kind of dab the tape on your clothes, and that'll kind of deaden the adhesive on the tape. And I'm not going to like super stick it on there. Just going to kind of lay it down like that and let it be. So get this done. I'd be glad to see some primer on this thing, man. It's been a battle just getting to this point, and a lot of work. Was not expecting to have to strip this entire truck down. I was hoping we could just get by with putting out the fires where the paint was peeling, and we could have already had this thing painted by now. But it is what it is. We've about got it in submission to get this thing done. Get in there. Man, I don't like taping on a fresh painted surface. Buddy of Don donated some paper, some masking paper the other day, and we're going to use it. 'Cause there's nothing like good materials getting donated. I love that. Appreciate it. So we're going to get some paper on this thing. Lower it down. I always just kind of fold the paper where I can tape it. That way you gotta sit there and cut it and all that stupid stuff. So luckily with a prime job, you ain't gotta get super technical with the tape. You just wanna make sure you don't get primer on things you don't want primer on. Because one thing is, you gotta sand it. So if you don't want to be in a tight spot sanding something, I'd take that tight spot off and go about it differently, or whatever you want to do. Or if you just want to shoot primer in a tight spot, by all means shoot primer in a tight spot and hate yourself later. So I'm going to finish taping this thing up and drinking my coffee. And once I get it taped up, we'll double check everything. I still got to sand the very bottom. Just little things here and there. And finally start mixing up some primer, and we'll get this thing wrapped up. Okay, we have finally got tape on this thing. Ugh. I didn't worry about the center. I ain't shooting real high air pressure. We're not trying to get nothing over there. We're just focusing on the sides, getting at least 2 coats, 2 to 3 coats is what we're going to be after. So let's get some primer mixed up and get this thing shot, and I'm gonna let her sit the rest of the day. So let's get after it. Mix up some primer. I wonder if I can reuse this cup. I think a maybe. Get over there. Oh, missed again. Story of my life. Maybe we can use this cup again. Try to get all the crap out of it. Let me get my blower and blow it out. Okay, let's pour some primer in this thing. 4 to 1. Good whole cup here. Just got this can of primer and we're almost out of it. I knew this thing was going to eat it up. Well, I knew it was going to take some, but I didn't think it was going to take the whole can anyway. So, means I get to buy another can of primer. Lovely. And like I said before, we're going to dump a little bit of slow in it. Keep from cat tonguing. Don't like that cat tongue. Get that roughness. Alrighty. Stir it up, pour it in, mask up, and shoot. All right, prime. Gonna let her dry up. Looks pretty good. I imagine there's gonna be a couple areas once we start blocking this thing. It's gonna need some attention. Come back and maybe glaze a couple spots, and we'll just spot prime them back in and block them back down. But it's in prime. I'm gonna let it dry up real good. I hammered it about 3 coats. Pretty thick coats, because you want as much on there as possible. You just want all of it. So I'm gonna let it dry up, then I'm gonna peel this tape off the roof, get everything off of it. I need to get all the tape off of it, and I gotta pull it out, and I gotta clean this shop. It is nasty. Get all these paint chips and dust and all this out, and just to get it right back dusty again. So I'm gonna let it dry up a little bit, and we'll wrap this one on up. All right, well, that is gonna do it on this episode. I wish we could have got it all the way painted, but this is a big job. A lot of real estate, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you watched it all the way through, I appreciate you. If you like a dumb redneck in a metal shack painting cars and doing stuff, hit the subscribe button, it's free. I appreciate all subscribers, the members we got. If you want to be a member, 99 cents, BAM Nation, early access to videos, and whatever else I can give you. If we get more members, we'll start doing more. Check out Brent's Auto Mods shop store. Get you a hat, stickers. I'm working on trying to get us some t-shirts made up, but it's real expensive, and with all the amount of help we get from memberships and people going to the store and buying stuff, that'll help us get the shirts done. I'm super excited about that. I need the extra money to be able to do it, and I just don't have it. Well, next one, somebody bring coffee and donuts, because we're going to have a block party next week, and everybody's invited. So we'll catch y'all on the next one, and I appreciate you.